Thank you for this opportunity to speak. My name is Phil Runyon. I'm from Peterborough. I've been a member of the New Hampshire Bar Association for 45 years. I was the presiding judge of the 8th Circuit Court in Hillsborough and Cheshire County for 27 years. I never had the opportunity to impose the death penalty, but I presided over thousands of criminal trials, perhaps 50,000. And I can tell you this about criminal defendants. They give no thought whatsoever to the consequences of what they do. And the reason for that is that there are two kinds of criminal offenses committed. Those that are committed in the spur of the moment, in the heat of anger, while somebody is under the influence of drugs or alcohol, or all of those things. Those people are not thinking at all, much less thinking of the consequences of what they do. The other kinds of criminal defendants are ones who do commit premeditated crimes. Those people aren't thinking of the consequences because they don't expect to be caught. I've seen it happen many, many times. That's just the reality of the situation. Deterrence based on the consequences that someone may suffer is just really not an issue. It's a red herring. The other thing I'd like to say is that people that are talking about, and has been mentioned several times, is, well, aren't some crimes so heinous that we owe it to the families of the victims to impose the death penalty? I can assure you that crimes that involve the death penalty are appealed over and over again, sometimes for 10, 20, 25, 30 years. Every single time there's a new appeal, there's a new hearing, the victims' families are traumatized again. They have to go through that same experience. What were the facts? What were the circumstances? Do we have to worry that the conviction is going to be overturned? And if it is, the process starts all over again. And the appeal periods become another factor again. So it's not humane. It's not just to think of these families, the victims of the family members, because it really is worse for them to have to deal with that constant sequence of appeals than to have a definitive result where a person goes to jail, never comes out again, and frankly they don't have to give another thought to what's going to happen to that person behind bars. I concur with what Superintendent Van Wickler said about the circumstances in jail. It's letting people off the hook to execute them. To have them sit there in jail for 40 or 50 years and think about what they did to their own families, what they did to other people's families, that's the best penalty for those people. So I'm strongly in favor of the repeal. I think we need to bring New Hampshire into conformity with the rest of our values here, and I urge you to support the repeal of the death penalty. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your testimony. Are there questions? Seeing none, motion